part of the whole thing about The Secret is that I'm trying to film a bunch of reaction and review type videos. I've got a top 5 video that I also would like to record within the next couple days. I am going to take a trip to go see one of my baby brothers. I'm going to surprise him. He has no clue. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see the look on his face. So obviously when I put this up, it's going to be after he already knows I'm there. Like, hopefully if the plane makes the flight okay. I don't like flying, you guys. So if it looks like, because obviously I'm going to be wearing the same clothes for a lot of these videos. I'm going to try to just churn out maybe 4 or 5 a day in the next 3 days, because I'm leaving in a few days, because I want to have enough that I can put a video up every day, at least one. So I'm not necessarily just looking for stuff just to watch for the heck of it. I'm trying to find things that are of interest to me. So one of the things that I found is actually fairly old as far as, when it came out, not like more than a year. I think it was last year, early last year, maybe in the late winter or in the spring. It's for a movie called UFO. I'd never heard about it until recently. And I don't even remember how it came up in maybe it was just one of those random, suggested videos that YouTube throws out there very randomly. Not long ago, YouTube threw out this video to me, a recommended video about this family that had taken a bus and they had converted it and made it into a home. And so that's where they live. And I was absolutely fascinated by that dang video. And since then, I have been watching those types of videos like every day. I'm so addicted. That's like my new addiction on YouTube. Besides watching trailers, is watching these van conversions and school bus conversions in RVs and stuff. It's fun to watch. So that was a tangent, but I'm getting around to the fact that this was just recommended to me out of the blue, and it's old. It's been around a little while, for a movie called, did I say what the name of the movie was already? Oh, okay, Chibi. It's called UFO. And the reason it caught my eye is because there was a picture of Gillian Anderson from the X-Files in the thumbnail. So I was like, oh, UFO, okay. And then I kind of wondered if it had anything to do with X-Files, but I was like, no, it probably doesn't, or they would say it in the title. But just because of her and just because of the title, I want to check this out. I'm not sure. It has to have been released by now, so it's probably floating around somewhere on a streaming service. But let's check it out and see what this is about. Obviously, it's about UFOs, but... Okay.
These lights outside. It wasn't a drone. The guy on TV was lying. You don't automatically jump to the most extreme explanation. This isn't some textbook problem. This is more complicated than anything you've ever seen before.
Scully.
This terminal's crawling with federal agents.
Ever the skeptic.
They figured out what it was. We need to shut it down. The FBI is monitoring our computers. Why didn't I see this before?
Think it's some sort of signal?
That's binary. They're using math as a way to communicate. And if I'm right, he's coming back. There's an opportunity to take a giant leap forward. Everything is riding on it. What are the most important questions in the world? Is there a God? What happens when we die? Are we alone in the universe? If anyone answered any one of those questions, it would change everything.
Okay, well, this is dated 2018. All right, Chibi, I see that you want to get up here. Hold on, let me situate myself for you. Come on, there you go. Okay, I like the look of this. This doesn't look like it's going to be anything that's going to be super heavy on, like action or even special effects, but more of a sort of a slow burn build up to whatever climax this is going to have. It looks like the main source of conflict in here is the federal agents and not necessarily this unidentified flying whatever that has been sighted. So I'm curious to find out what Gillian Anderson's, her overall role in this is going to be. Is it just she's going to be this teacher and she's the only time she's shown or, any involvement she has in the story is when, he's in class and he's talking to her and she's advising him or whatever, or is she going to have any sort of other role to play? I'm guessing it's probably the former, and that she's not going to be super deeply connected with the overall plot. She's just going to be this figure that's in there, and I think it's her name recognition that is probably the reason she's there or the draw for a lot of people. I mean, it certainly was for me. Well, plus also the subject matter. So I just watched a trailer for a UFO type thing. It was the one that Amazon is putting out. So, it's something that I'm interested in. And I probably would have looked at it even if she hadn't been in here. But the only people that I recognized in here was the government guy. Oh gosh, I don't even remember his name again. Just showed his name right in front of my face, but I don't remember his name. But he's one of those guys where you know his face. You see him all over the place. You know his face. You don't necessarily hold on to his name. And Gillian Anderson. I didn't recognize the kid. It says he was a Tony winner. Isn't that what it said? But I didn't recognize him. Or the girl that's like his friend / sidekick / possible love interest. But it didn't look like there was much of that at play. This is mostly centered around what he's investigating and his issues with the government. So I like stories like that too. Just, like the little guy trying to fight against the government forces that are attempting to shut him down or, silence him, whatever. It makes me mad because, you sort of you get frustrated for the character because he's up against this overwhelming force, and it's really hard to push against that when that force has like pretty much every resource imaginable at their disposal, and they can very easily shut you down and intimidate you and silence you, sometimes forever, destroy you, whatever. So that aspect of it is certainly something also that interests me. The trailer itself felt a little long. This is one of those other trailers that's a little bit more than 2 minutes long, and yet it felt like it was longer than that. I don't know why. It just... I still haven't found an answer to it. I speculate that it's either one of two things. It's the way it was constructed, or it's just the overall narrative of the story that kind of lends itself to make the trailer feel on the longer-ish side. But to me, it just kind of intuitively seemed like it could have been a few seconds shorter, like maybe 15, 20 seconds shorter, and it would have been just as effective. But it wasn't anything that is a negative necessarily. It's just something I noticed. It didn't diminish my interest in this story. The trailer itself hasn't given away it's laid out the basic storyline for you like so many trailers do, but not all. But so many trailers, they lay out the basic storyline for you, and it's good that if they don't show too much, and if they show enough though to keep you interested. And I feel like this one did a decent job as far as that goes. So I don't know what outlet I can find this on. Like I said, I only heard about it very recently because it was a recommended YouTube video. And I haven't seen this advertised, or I haven't seen this up on any of my streaming services. It doesn't mean it's not there. I just haven't noticed it. I guess maybe the algorithms haven't worked, their way into a pattern that will show something like this, because I don't typically, while I do like stories like this, I'm typically searching for other types of horror type suspense stories as opposed to stuff like this. So it could be why that's not popped up for me. And it's also possible this really hasn't even been released yet, because some trailers come out and the movie itself ends up, for whatever reason, not even being officially released. So I will have to research that, check it out, and see. And okay, if anyone's seen this, if it has come out and someone's seen it, let me know what you think. I think it looks pretty interesting, but that doesn't mean it's good. I guess we'll find out. Okay, you guys, that's it for this one. Adios.